Greetings and salutations and Merry Christmas! This is Huge Ass. And it's Christmas Day. Christmas Day of 2020. This horrible, horrible year. Hopefully from now on it will not suck quite so much. If ever we had an excuse to be merry, it's Christmas Day 2020. Being Australian, I thought I'd read you a little Australian bush Christmas poem. Christmas is a little different from the Northern Hemisphere here. We have quite warm days. It's over 30 degrees today. Well, it will be anyway. It's early in the morning at the moment. It's still about 25 degrees Celsius. I've certainly had Christmases in the past on the beach, gone swimming on Christmas Day, gone swimming on New Year's Day. It's a great part of living here. Back in the 1800s, there was a tradition started amongst all the country towns of the bush poet. One of the most renowned bush poets was Andrew Banjo Paterson. He's most renowned for writing the words and lyrics to Waltzing Matilda, our national song, although not so well known amongst children today, unfortunately. Bush poets are still a tradition today, although not as prominent, of course, with all the other forms of entertainment available. If you go to venues in the country, often they'll have a bush poet there to entertain you with a poem. I'm going to read you Banjo Paterson's poem entitled Santa Claus in the Bush. Phrasing! It chanced out back at the Christmas time, when the wheat was ripe and tall, a stranger rode to the farmer's gate, a sturdy man and a small. Rindoon, rindoon, my little son Jack, and bid the stranger say, and we'll hay a crack for old lang syne, for the morn is Christmas Day. Nay new, said the dour guidwife, but ye should let him be. He's maybe only a drover chap, frae the land of the darling pea. Wi' a drover's tail and a drover's thirst to swiggle the hail nicked through. Or he's maybe a life assurance carl, to talk ye black and blue. Guidwife, he's never a drover chap, for their swags are neat and thin, and he's never a life assurance carl, with the brick dust burnt in his skin. Guidwife, be nae say dour, for the wheat stands ripe and tall, and we sure a 7-pound fleece this year, ewes and weaners all. And there's grass to spare and the stock of fat, where they whiles are gaunt and thin, and we owe a tithe to the travelling poor, so we maun ask him in. Ye can set him a chair tae this table side, and give him a bite to eat, an omelette made of a new laid egg, or a tasty bit of meat. But the native cats have ta'en the fowls, they havena left a leg, and he'll get nae omelette at a till the emu lays an egg. Rindoon, my little son Jack, to where the emus bide, ye shall find the old hen on the nest, while the old cock sits beside. But speak them fair and speak them soft, lest they kick ye a fearsome jolt. Ye can gie 'em with a feed of they half-inch nails, or a rusty carriage bolt. So little son Jack ran blithely down, with the rusty nails in hand, till he came where the emus fluffed and scratched by their nest in the open sand. And there he has gathered the new-laid egg, 'twould feed 3 men or 4, and the emus came for the half-inch nails, right up to the settler's door. A waste of food, said the dour guidwife, as she took the egg with a frown. But he gets nae meat, unless ye rin a paddy melon down. Gen out, my little son Jack, with your 2-3 doggies sma. Gin ye come nae back with a paddy melon, and then come nae back at all. So little son Jack he raced and he ran, and he was bare of the feet, and soon he captured a paddy melon, was gorged with the stolen wheat. Sit doon, my bonny wee man, to the best that the hoose can do. An omelette made of the emu egg, and a paddy melon stew. 'Tis well, said the bonny wee man, I have eaten the wide world's meat, and the food that is given with right good will is the sweetest food to eat. But the night draws on to the Christmas day, and I must rise and go, for I have a mighty way to ride to the land of the Esquimaux. And it's there I must load my sledges up with the reindeers 4 in hand, that go to the north, south, east and west, to every Christian land. "Tae the Esquimaux," said the dour guidwife, "ye suit my husband well, for when he gets up on his journey horse, he's a bit of a liar himself." Then out with a laugh went the bonny wee man to his old horse grazing nigh, and away like a meteor flash they went, far off to the northern sky. When the children woke on the Christmas morn, they chatted with might and main, for a sword and a gun had little son Jack, and a braw new doll had Jane. and a packet of screws had the twa emus, but the dour guidwife got nane. Thank you, Banjo, Paterson, and a Merry Christmas to all. So there's nothing left to do but cue the corgi.
You're despicable.